So I feel like kindness and gratitude are things we often take for granted. They're sometimes very inconsequential and we don't really think about them that often.
If we lived in gratitude and kindness all the time, we'd be living in that world that we all dream of, because we would naturally create the conditions for everyone's well-being, for equality, for justice, for mental health, for all those things we really care about.
No one's perfect. You can't be perfectly rooted in gratitude and perfectly rooted in kindness, but you can work towards that and you can grow.
It's so easy to not be thankful. It's so easy to look at how bad things are, but if you find that one thing that you can be thankful about, it makes the day better.
When you're so focused on being grateful for what you have in the moment and not thinking about the negative things or things that aren't going your way, then you kind of develop a habit of always thinking about the positive and the good that's happening to you, which leaves you really content and satisfied.
They say that kindness is what makes the world go around, and in the last year, with so many other things being stripped away, we've really learned that our kindnesses to each other are what have enabled us to collectively survive a hardship that everyone has experienced, and I hope that's a lesson that we carry with us forever.
I, like many Americans, lost someone during the pandemic, and so I think that kind of flipped something for me in what kindness means, because a lot of people at Wellesley who didn't even know that I had lost a family member were reaching out anyway. I think that that's what I had really needed in that moment. And so just getting those continuous texts over those days and phone calls and things, even though they didn't know what the situation was, just through their own kindness.
The truth of the matter is that we just don't know what is going on with people and how the pandemic is affecting them. And so just a little bit of kindness can go a long way in possibly improving their mood or making them feel loved or like someone is noticing or caring about them.
It sometimes doesn't feel like the right thing to do to be kind, but in a strange sort of a way, it's even more important. And I think that's the thing about this past year that's taught me how important it is to be thankful, to be kind.
I think this past year has taught me not to take anything for granted and really appreciate all that I have in the moment, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Gratitude is being aware of what you have and being thankful for it. Even when you might not love what's happening in the world, it's being able to really sit and appreciate what resources you do have and what you do have to work with during really tough times especially.
Things don't always turn out the way that you want them to turn out, but if you can try and think about the good things that you do have currently and see the best in that, then I think that is what gratitude means.